Seven, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
What's up?
It's going good. Just ready to slaughter some Angry Joe. Oh my
nice!
god!
I mute my mic muted. Oh
Dude,
my
fucking
gosh.
beta.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to RFC Live, episode number 24. I'm your host, AugieRFC. And joining me are my co-hosts today, Ben and Gamer J. Lee.
What's up?
Hey.
What's up?
We got 11.
I gave the effort during the original intro, and then you fucking botched it, so now I'm pulling the bell. I'm like, sub, whatever.
My
Let's
gosh.
just put this one over.
All right, let's do. We got a strong 11 viewers in the chat. We got Joy-Con J, Hell Jumper, Flannel
I see a few
Dolphin,
of my boys
RT
in there.
Luigi, Rockapop, Solid Sync. How are you guys doing tonight?
I'm seeing a few of my boys. Helljumper's one of my guys that's in the
Hey.
chat.
You know, it's fun.
So-
I was watching. There's this YouTuber. He used to be named like the Ryan Sucks at Games. Now he's like Raw Rule or something. Anyway, old YouTuber I used to watch. He was streaming and I popped in the chat. And I saw Helljumper in there. I was like, it is a small world. What do you know? Yo, can I be in one of your podcasts? Maybe. Who knows? Speaking of being on the podcast, this Sunday we're doing. You guys know RFC Live's always on Friday, right? But
Yeah.
every now and again we have a bonus episode, just like we. Like a month or two ago, we had the bonus episode where we did the tipster interview. This Sunday, we have another episode of RFC Live planned, and it's going to be the Bunty King interview. Famous political YouTuber Bunty King is coming on the show. But we're not going to talk politics because that's boring. We're going to talk about other stuff, like gaming and stuff. So you should probably tune in.
I really hope that maybe I can make it because I'm actually a fan of Bunty King.
Hopefully, yeah. At the very least, it's going to be me and Bunty, but if we can get the other hosts in, by all means, just make it even more awesome. By the way, I said it would be a full cast tonight, and Connor isn't here. That is because Connor is, his job ends at 10:30,
he's finishing
but he's
up,
like,
big.
yeah, he's finishing up. He's like a good, 5 minutes from, his house, between his house and the job, so he should be here at any moment now. With that being said,
he
in fact,
got woke, so he's gonna go broke.
Exactly. Oh my gosh. Speaking of getting woke, go broke. Angry Joe.
Yeah,
Angry Joe's
exactly.
in some trouble. Here's my deep confession for the show. I have no clue what's going on.
Okay,
I hit up the group chat and I was like,
wait,
"What are we
wait,
talking
wait.
about this week?" And
So
Jay Lee was like,
I have to lead the show a second fucking week in a row.
Wait a minute. I did the Monday Matt thing. What was wrong with
Yes,
that?
but I was mostly the lead on that.
Yeah, but because you
thing.
asked for it before the show. Don't throw me under the bus.
So you want me to talk about Angry Cuck?
All right, let's talk about Joe.
Okay. First off, let me state this. that I know a lot of people that are fans of Angry Joe. I was a fan of Angry Joe until not this instance. This isn't what made me lose faith in him. It was back whenever he took this long hiatus and saying he was burnt out and everything and didn't really give anyone any clarification. And honestly, a lot of people were frustrated with Angry Joe. And I was the same. And the problem is that a lot of fanboys defended him. They defended him taking this break, saying, oh, it was this, oh, it was that. I'm just like, look, he didn't explain enough. He didn't explain it on YouTube. I don't care. You know, you have to give that clarification. You know, when Scarce went away and disappeared, people were pissed off at Scarce because he didn't give us any explanation. Mm-hmm. He didn't really let us know.
In fairness, there's a good reason why. But right, that was found out afterwards, so people had a right to be angry. But that was found out afterwards.
Right, exactly. And now that he's explained it, he had some personal demons he had to deal with. We all understand that. We did a show.
I think we did a show about that before you were brought on. About
exactly. And now this new situation is this week it came out that Battlefield 5 is down 85% compared to Call of Duty in pre-orders.
That's surprising because Call of Duty is a dead franchise.
And that's the thing is that I thought even with the social justice agenda that Battlefield 5 is pushing, that more people would support Battlefield 5 than Call of Duty Black Ops 4. Because I hate both. Right now, I hate both games. But I hate Call of Duty Black Ops 4 more than Battlefield 5. And that's because I don't like the microtransactions. I don't like the game style. I don't like that they remove the campaign and replace it with the Battle Royale mode. I don't like a lot of the shit that they are pushing. Well, guess what? Battlefield 5 comes out and it basically everyone's saying, oh, it's down 85% compared to Call of Duty. And Angry Joe comes out with his video and automatically blames it on anti-social justice warriors and Red Hat MAGA.
Did he actually say that in MAGA?
Yes. Like in my video, in the end of my video that I posted earlier today, shout out to me. My video earlier today, why we have a problem with Battlefield 5. I took a little bit of a shot at Angry Joe, and I also promoted the podcast saying that we were going to talk about it tonight. But basically, when it came to Call of Duty, he was totally okay with he wasn't okay with them ruining historical accuracy. He complained about it. But then whenever it comes to Battlefield 5, he's defending it. He's defending the historical inaccuracies and saying, oh, this isn't a problem. You're just being sexist. You're just being a misogynist. You're just being this. You're just being that. No, motherfucker. You're being a fucking fanboy. You are fucking lying through your teeth. You are holding a double standard. You're okay with this having, non-historical accuracy, but this, no, it has to have historical accuracy. Fuck off.
So he's a hypocrite, and he did quite possibly one of the worst moves for his channel.
Yeah, now it
sounds like a good guy.
Right, it goes on even more from there, because what happened after that was, during that video, he showed 4 videos that he had watched, one being from the quartering. And we all know Jeremy quartering.
He's gonna fight back.
Right, and he did. He fired back at Angry Joe and responded to him. Now, in my opinion, both had great arguments. Right. Joe had his arguments because he was getting a lot of heat, but he brought that upon himself. Mm-hmm. The one thing that Joe brought up that I thought was, one of the things is he shows the 4 videos, and it looks like he hasn't watched all 4 videos all the way through, right? Now, here's a question. You guys all know about the red bar whenever you're watching a video. Sometimes that thing doesn't update properly. Mm-hmm. Literally, one of Jeremy's argument was that basically... Hold on 1 second. Continue on, because I'm hearing something. Hold on.
All right. I'm
sorry.
Yeah, this whole situation with Andrew Joe, and Helljumper writes in the chat, I like his content, I lost a lot of respect for him. His content is good. I enjoy his content. I'm not a regular viewer of him, but, it's good stuff. The problem with Joe is that he seems to have a problem with really going against his audience, which is, as you can imagine, kind of a big problem with when you're a YouTuber. So, this is another case of Joe, like, thinking, like, oh, I can go against my odds. I can say what I want. And while on one hand, you can admire
I thought I was
him.
getting swatted.
Oh, really? What?
One of my neighbors just got raided.
Raided?
Yeah.
What, police?
Yeah.
Swatted? He just got fucking swatted, dude.
No,
Did the RFC live effect?
No, I think they're doing a drug bust.
Oh, hell yeah,
Right
dog.
now, dude?
Oh, hell yeah,
right
dude.
Nice.
So I just...
Dude, get on mobile right now,
I'm
and
not
we
even
need to put
kidding.
this on RFC Live right now,
I
dude.
just literally heard the banging.
Oh
my
God.
Dude,
God.
come on, dude. I want to watch this shit. Hurry up, dude. Go to the window.
Fuck off. No, I'm... Yes, I'm gonna dox myself by accidentally showing my address somehow.
That doesn't matter, dude. I kind of want to go see someone get fucking swatted live.
Oh my, we get taken
it's not
down.
swatting. I think it's a drug raid.
Holy, are your neighbors like big druggies?
Well, it's the apartment complex next to mine. Like, there's two apartment complexes side to side, and I can see directly into the backyard to the other apartment complex. And I think they're right now getting fucking busted because I'm literally
Dang.
shit. Okay. Anyways, what were you guys saying while I was dealing with that?
I was just saying, I was just making the point. Angry Joe has a big problem with going against his audience a lot. Like on one hand, you can admire him that he just doesn't give a frick, but on the other hand,
I respect him for his reviews, but every other bit of content I can't enjoy.
It's like you know what, he's like, frick the audience. I'm gonna go on vacation, and I'm just like, no, like. Make better content, because he was on vacation and he was posting low effort content, right?
Holy shit.
Well, and the thing is I kind of understood where he was coming from, because here's the problem. No games were coming out at that time. There was no games for him to really review. The problem is that he was pushing out low effort content onto his main channel, which Rags, the Quartering, a number of people suggested, hey, you should post this content on a second channel, because guess what? Those are going to be for your diehard fans that give a shit about all this stuff. And for me, the thing for me is that when it came to Angry Joe, I like Angry Joe, but I don't like his double standard, because we all know, and this may be news to some people, Angry Joe hates Donald Trump. He hates him. And there's literally this clip that's gone out by Rags and the Quartering of Angry Joe saying that all Donald Trump supporters are educated and prove to me otherwise. Blah blah blah.
Oh yeah,
right.
Bad move.
So a lot of people got pissed off whenever he took this shot at the Battlefield people, because he basically grouped everyone together as a Donald Trump supporter, and combining that with his original statement that all Donald Trump supporters are uneducated.
I don't know that much about Angry Joe, but I get the impression he's not very smart. I don't know why I'm getting that impression. Something just tells me.
He's smart, but he fucking makes a lot of dumb moves, in my opinion.
Yeah.
He's educated. He's well over, I think he's at like 3 or 6 million subs, somewhere around there. But he's bleeding out,
let me show you. Let me show the audience right now.
Yeah, bring that up.
This is Angry Joe's Social Blade right now. So he was pretty stagnant at 2.9K, but now he started. Okay, last week last time we were doing RFC Live. What the frick? Why is the music playing?
I don't hear any music.
Oh, the music started playing for me for some reason.
That's weird.
Last time we were doing RFC Live, Angry Joe had 2,970,000 subs. Now he's at 2,959,000. He's bled. How many is that? What is?
I'm not good at math.
11K. He's bled 11K since our last episode of
Well,
RFC
okay,
Live.
at least that's not like that one bitch that you did the video on this week where she was bleeding like a
Laura Lee, dude, she bled so bad.
Like a 500,000 subs or more?
Dude, she went from 5 actually, let me check that. I'm curious now.
Like hell, he isn't even bleeding as hard as Mundane Matt did.
Yeah, but like the difference is what the frick? The difference is with Mundane Matt is he has a much smaller channel, so it's more lethal for him.
Effective. It's more a deadly dose of poison.
Oh my gosh, dude. Laura Lee. Okay, she on the 12th of August, she had 5 million subs. Now she has 4.5 million. One day she bled a negative 166,000 subs. I've never seen sub loss that lethal before.
The only, and this is also Philip DeFranco's comparison that he said in his show multiple times, but the best comparison he can give is the sub bleed of like the Fine Brothers whenever they tried to trademark the word reaction.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's the only comparison that he could give.
Yeah, they lost. Yeah, but like they lost like how much? 600,000. They lost 600,000 at 14 million subs. She bled like 500,000 at 5 million. So,
yeah, she took the
dude.
nut.
You know when we were watching Mundane Matt cry over his button. That was her. That was the video she was making after this.
She was like, "Oh, let me see how to fake cry. Let me see how to cry like a little bitch." Goes and watches Monday Matt's video.
Her voice in that video is so annoying. I want to.
Oh no, I literally was having a hard time watching your video because I want to support you, but fuck, this cunt's annoying.
Maybe I should have gone in and like edited her to make her sound a little better. But then again,
give her like a voice filter.
I mean, at that point, I'd be robbing people of like, I'd be making her look good, and that's not the point of the video. So what are you gonna do? Anyway, let's go back to Angry Joe. We got a little sidetracked there.
So yeah, basically this comes out, and basically he goes into a response argument with the quartering and back and forth and so on and so forth. And the quartering basically says, I think we're on the same page, but it was wrong of you to group those people together and kind of
he's generalizing, which is the smartest move to make.
Right. And the thing is that everyone now is just pointing out that he is giving Battlefield 5 a double standard. Basically, when it came to Call of Duty World War II, yeah, they fucked up majorly. I think they fucked up worse than fucking Battlefield 5 did. Because when it came to Call of Duty World War II, what happened is that you had black and female Nazis on the other team, on the German team, as well as they censored the swastika and all, Nazi
so
symbols.
Stupid. Like, obviously in a country like Germany, you'd want to do that because
that makes sense. But in the U.S., in every other country, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
And one thing I'm gonna, hey, Dr. Shervago.
Yo, what's going on, dude?
But one thing I was gonna say is that it was also the fact, and this is why I think that Call of Duty got a lot of backlash, is that when someone questioned this, why do we have the removal of the swastika? Why do we have black and female Nazis on the other team? The head developer of I think it was, what was it this year? Treyarch? No, it wasn't Treyarch. It was Sledgehammer Games that did World War II, right? Mm-hmm. They came out and basically attacked the fans, saying, "Wow, you want this in the game? I wouldn't want to be friends with you, or I wouldn't want to be playing with you if you're that racist or whatnot." And he straight up attacked the fans. Now, I think that's much worse than what Battlefield's done, but still, Battlefield, all they would have to do to fix the problem, all they would have had to done to fix the problem and not get this backlash, is give us a clear, simple explanation. Because people were just asking, why do we have female British soldiers on the battlefield where there was none, especially one that's missing an arm? And all they would have had to do is explain, well, this is an alter universe, this isn't like,
it's like they're trying to be realistic, 100%. But
right, they said they wanted the most realistic. Well, guess what? People do their research. People care about authenticity. You know why people didn't get mad about Battlefield 1 with the black soldiers and the female soldiers? Because EA and DICE came out with actual factual proof that they were actually in these wars. And it made sense. They didn't do that with this. And then the developer, and I think I can pull up this thing on Reddit, he loses his shit and goes on a giant, like, basically admitting it's forced diversity.
Oh,
and this
no.
This is the whole, okay.
So he had like a mundane Matt moment where he just broke down.
Right.
Oh my
exactly.
gosh.
Let me read this to you.
All right.
And I'm gonna send you the link. And I'm gonna read. So I want you to show this to the audience that this is real. Posting in the group chat. There you go, brother.
All right.
But I'm gonna do the reading, and I covered this all in my video today. So if you guys get the chance, Go check it out. My channel,
So
Gamer J Lee.
this is the developer.
Yes, this is one of the developers. So this is the design director's comments. I knew that it was going to be a fight when I pushed for female soldiers in Battlefield. I have a daughter, and I don't want to ever have to answer the question, why can't I make a character that looks like me? Because you're a girl. I fundamentally feel to my core that this is the right way, and I will find myself on the right side of history. Now, let me pause right there, because it doesn't really matter what the fuck he has to say after those two fucking sentences. The first thing, one, if your daughter is asking why she can't play a character that looks like her, she's not fucking old enough to play Battlefield. Battlefield is a rated M game.
Yeah.
If she is 17 years old, I think she would have at least a little bit of education of what World War fucking II was and what the actual.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Exactly. So don't be fucking using your daughter as a human fucking shield.
Yeah,
to defend
weaponizing
diversity.
Weaponizing your own daughter. What a great guy.
Right. Now, here's the thing. Then he says, I fundamentally feel to my core that I will be on the right side of history. Motherfucker, history cannot be rewritten. History cannot be changed. You have seen what the actual history is. The history is there was no female soldiers.
Just say it's another unit, or just don't make the game realistic. Just be like, you know what? We're gonna bend the rules a little bit. But when you say the game is gonna be realistic, you bring stuff like this, and you're like, oh, it's just the anti-SJWs. No.
Right, exactly. And that's the thing, is that they won't admit this isn't, we aren't trying to go for this, even though every year they say we are going for the most realistic, we are going for the most authenticity of what this war was. Motherfucker, this is what people are complaining about. And honestly, that was the first thing. Then EA goes and insults their customers by saying, if you don't like it, don't buy it. Well, guess what? That's why you're down 85% compared to fucking Call of Duty.
Yeah. Now they're paying the price. So you go full HGW, you get woke, you go broke. That's exactly what happens.
Exactly. And that's
you know what? I think after this podcast, I'm sold on Quartering has a shirt. It says "Get woke, go broke." I think I'm gonna buy it right after this show.
I might buy it.
I'm sold. That's like the most genius catchphrase. Like all these YouTubers have the most cringy catchphrases or something. No, this is like some of the best.
Honestly, I hate Philip DeFranco's shirts except for this one that's like hustle something something something. It's like hustle. It's hustle loyalty. It's not hustle loyalty and respect. That's fucking John Cena, but it's something like that. And honestly, I really want that shirt, and I might just go buy that and a Quartering shirt just for the hell of it.
Yeah, I mean,
but now you can see why when Angry Joe goes to defend Battlefield or say these statements, why people were so pissed off.
Yeah,
because he's being a fucking hypocrite. And honestly, my boy Helljumper, right? My boy Helljumper sent me this earlier today whenever I was making my video this morning, and I'm gonna send it to you. And I think you'll enjoy watching this little clip from a Twitter post. Okay, so I'm gonna send this to you, Augie. Go ahead, bring this up, and play that for the viewers. Real quick, if you do not mind.
All right, let me load all this.
I'm not gonna be able to hear it, but just say that you're playing it, play through it. You got the deal.
All right. Let me show you guys what he's talking about.
This just shows the hypocrisy.
All right.
Okay, so I want to make this really short video. Angry Joe just made this video here. And he's talking about like defending Battlefield for putting women in the game and then saying that it's not because of the SJWs, and just basically defending the historical inaccuracies of Battlefield 5 and how it's not a bad thing. They're just trying to be inclusive. That's all it is. Well, you know what's funny? I remembered I watched
Why the fuck is it so quiet?
November 11th
Shut up.
of 2017. Listen to this very funny clip from Angry Joe's World War II Call of Duty video.
There's customization for your guns and soldiers. They even throw his historical accuracy right out the fucking window and put women on the actual front lines of battle.
Yeah,
outside
that
of the
was
French
the comment
resistance
he
fighters
said
and the British special
about
forces, which
Call of Duty World War II.
actually happened. There
But
were
then,
women in
whenever-
combat,
still
but
playing.
I don't recall there ever being black
There's not much
female
after
German
that.
soldiers as Nazis slaughtering GIs in World War II.
But Joe, what happened to it being all inclusive? What happened to all? Oh, I know why. It's because you're a Battlefield fanboy. Anyway, just wanted to throw that out there. Put my 2 cents in. Yeah, I know this was short, but yeah, you have a good day, guys. Fucking hypocrite.
Boom, got him.
Yeah, exactly. He buries himself there, and basically, it literally just shows that he screwed up majorly.
I suppose if you wanted to respond to that, you could run the argument like, "Oh, I changed my mind" or something, but that just sounds weak. So
Right. Well, if you change your mind, then guess what? You need to fucking make that clear to your audience and
Yeah.
say, "I
See,
apologize."
that's the thing.
for
He could say he
attacking
changed his
all
mind.
of you
Well,
for
how are
being-"
we supposed to know that? You had to get called out for you to clarify that. So, Angry Joe, Angry Joe.
Well, and that's the thing is like if honestly, if it wasn't such a big deal, I wouldn't have given a shit about this whole subject. If EA hadn't gone and attacked their fans, I wouldn't have given a shit. But guess what? That's what happened. And guess what? Whenever you fuck with the consumer, whenever you fuck with the fans that made you, and you try and push an agenda to get people to buy, your game that aren't even going to. They're wanting you to change it just so you'll change it. But guess what? It's not going to add numbers to your sales. It's probably going to lose you numbers. And even the people who are telling you, hey, add women to the game and I'll buy it, they're not going to buy it. They're just going to say, oh, we got them to change and, add the women. And yeah.
Women.
Yeah, like we're making change, but guess what? They're not gonna give you $60. They're gonna tell you, oh, we just got you to change.
Yeah.
Go.
Well, it's
get
like,
one,
I'm
go
so
broke,
glad
motherfucker.
this whole situation happened with both Battlefield and Angry Joe, because it shows if you insert your politics and you try to make one statement, but then you become a hypocrite, it just
Thank you,
leads
Dr.
to...
Zhivago.
Finally, people are voting with their money.
Right.
It's about
Voting
time.
with their dick.
Right. And the thing is I really do. I like Angry Joe as a reviewer. I think he does a good job. But now
He's good at his job,
showed,
and he's, the problem with Joe is that every time he tries to make like a serious statement, he ends up turning against his fan base, because this isn't the
Right.
first time. Like last year, I think it was around the same time, he was
When he took the
going
break.
against his audience. It's like,
right when he took his break.
and like again, on one hand, I can sort of respect him for not being a slave to his audience like so many YouTubers. He's not afraid to upset
Right,
people.
like Jacksepticeye who said, guys, I really needed a break. I'm working every single day and I need a break.
You make
That's the thing.
gameplay videos and you probably have a hired editor. Come on now.
Well, the thing is, dude, like a lot of people have said recently, YouTube burnout is real. Like, I felt it for a little while myself.
Same area.
Because with me, I like making content, but I knew I needed to make a change because I wasn't seeing the results I wanted to see. And guess what? I started doing edited content, and guess what? I'm getting now like 2,000 views. I'm fitting more towards what my fucking subscribers are, and now, boom, 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 boom. I'm doing better. I'm improving, and I just needed that little break. During that move, whenever I was moving, I took a break from the internet, and I just thought to myself, what do I need to do to get things back on the ball? And guess what? It's working.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
and in fact, I was like
whatever
burned
subjects
out.
do we have for night?
Nothing. There's nothing
Oh
going on.
my god. Helljumper, get in the call, please, for the love of God, entertain
I
me.
was just about to say, like talking about YouTuber burnout, like I was really feeling it, and then I went on vacation, and I came
Right.
back, and like now my channel's dead, but I have motivation, and I know what I
Right.
need to do to get the channel popping, and I gotta catch those trending topics. But the problem is, there's no trending topics at the moment, and I missed Monday Matt. I missed.
The only thing that's going on is tomorrow we have the KSI fucking Logan fight.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
It's tomorrow.
Like, it seems like everyone seemed to have forgot about that. Like, I'm like, guys, the fight is happening tomorrow.
Why isn't Jerry modded? That's weird.
I don't know.
All right, let me give you a mod. Yeah, dude, the fight's tomorrow. I guess actually we do have a topic. You know, the fight.
Yeah. I guess
You
we
know,
can talk
I'm
about
gonna
that
be
a little
honest
bit.
with you guys. Like, regarding the KSI fight, you know, when it was first announced, I was hyped. Then it was the only topic commentators were talking about for months, and I was just so bored of it. But now
Yeah.
that the actual fight is going through, no more press conferences, no more, you know,
No more cringy press conferences, you mean?
no more BS. You know, now we're finally getting to the actual fight, and I'm pumped. I'm KSI Deji, but you know, with Deji, right? Like, here's the thing, right? I wasn't a fan of KSI last year. Recently,
Yeah.
I've come around with KSI because I think he's done some good stuff this year. Deji, I've always thought was cool. But the problem with Deji is that he's
He's
gotten
too
himself
much of
into
a baby
something
face.
he's not prepared for.
He's too much of a baby face.
Yeah.
He's not a good
But
enough of a
like we said on the last podcast we did on this, which, by the way, we did 2 RFC lives on this fight, and in my opinion, those are some of the worst podcasts we've done.
Oh, they were
Nothing against
fucking terrible.
nothing against you guys, my hosts, but I mean, it was just boring, you know.
Yeah, it was.
But one interesting point that Connor made on this last podcast, which I don't know where he is. He was supposed to be here like an hour ago. I don't know where he went. But he made a good point, which is that Deji is kind of in a no-lose situation, right? And you can argue that, but what Connor was explaining, right? If Deji loses, he's still, you know, he was there, you know, he didn't back down. When everyone was telling him to drop out, he didn't back down. He was determined. Right. He gave it his best shot.
He's John Cena.
Yeah, so even if he loses, he still looks good. But if he wins, he's going to be the hero of the internet forever. Like, it's going to be insane. Imagine if he wins tomorrow. You know?
Yeah. Well, and I gotta go check something in 1 second. I'm sorry. I'm just hearing fucking noises. It's starting to freak me the fuck out.
Yeah, understandable.
But what I was gonna say is that honestly, in all honesty, there's 3 fights I care about. Scares versus Raka Raka, which I'm rooting for Scares. My best friend Matt is rooting for Raka Raka because he likes his music. You've got Jake Paul versus Logan, which when it comes to Logan, I'm basically hoping he gets his face blasted in. And when it comes to Jake Paul versus fucking Deji, I want Deji to win, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think that he's too much of a baby face. He's too much of a good guy. He's going to gain sympathy. He's going to get the sympathy points.
I feel like Deji's more of like a genuine human than Jake. So like, whereas Jake and Logan are psychotic. So they're going to like go in and like try to kill
psychotic. Them. Jake is absolutely psychotic. I don't think Logan is as evil. You know?
I don't think he's as evil, but I think he's gonna have less
He's
empathy.
an opportunist. He's an opportunist.
Yeah. But I think in general, with Logan KSI, even though KSI likes to have the tough guy alpha male image, I think KSI has more empathy for others than Logan has empathy for others. So I think Logan's going to go in wanting to kill. KSI's going to want to kill, but there's going to be that part of him that, you know, because like in a boxing match, you can't be worrying about that. You got to go in, you know, slam him. But like you can't be holding back because that's another human being, you know?
By the way, Helljumper is in the callers. If you want to pull him in while I go figure out what the fuck this noise is and talk about Angry Joe or Battlefield 5 a little bit, he's a really good dude to talk to.
All right, let's bring him in. Helljumper, welcome to the show. What you got?
Hey, is my mic fine? Is it too loud?
Sounds great.
Okay.
So what do you have on Angry Joe? Hello?
Alright, well, about Angry Joe, I don't know, like that thing with COD World War II and stuff, his comments on that, he's just a massive hypocrite, and, you know, this was, like, that was before he, like, talked to, like, you know, some of the developers, like, he even made a video recording it, so, like, he's got some personal bias towards them, like, it's kind of hard to be objective when you've got, like, somewhat of a personal relationship with the developers themselves. In a way.
Yeah, so you're saying he's biased?
Yeah, a little.
Well, you know, the thing about bias that a lot of people don't get is, like, there's no such thing as no bias. Now, there's more bias than others. So I think, like, Joe's obviously going to have a lot of bias because he has a connection to those people. Which I don't know if you can fault him for, but that also takes away from his overall credibility. So I see what you mean.
Yeah. like, okay, one person that's kind of like, he's been invited out to a studio, yet I don't see him like changing his opinions or silencing himself. The Act Man, he makes Halo content. He was invited out to 343, yet I don't really see him like, like I don't think he's like especially biased towards them. Like he doesn't seem afraid to call him out.
Yeah.
But
yeah. Regarding Joe, I guess what you're saying is that even though he has a connection to people, he needs to not back down. He needs to stand his ground, give his true thoughts. In my opinion, I think what Joe's been doing are his true thoughts. I think he's a little bit of an SJW, and like he, I really do think he's like trying to, give his point of view, but in the process, he's going against his audience. And one thing that's important in a debate is having some sort of I get this is the internet and it's different, but still, general debate rules is that you have to give your opinion in a way that the other side can view as respectable. So I wouldn't consider myself a big anti-SJW, but I definitely don't agree with SJW politics at all. In fact, I'm more I'm more right-leaning myself. So, but at the same time, if Joe were to word his arguments better to the point where I could respect him, then that'd be great. But he can't. He wants to go to war with people, which is fine, but that's also how you get negative 4,000 on Social Blade. So
exactly. Like,
maybe he's at the point where he thinks he's amassed so many subscribers he just doesn't care anymore, which if so, all right. But in my opinion, there's ways to call stuff out,
The way he like presents his arguments just makes him seem like he's salty. He is
Angry Joe in fairness, but still, you can be Angry Joe in the reviews, but when you're trying to make an actual point, you got to word it in a way where the other side can view it as respectable. Unless you want to piss him off, then he's nailing it.
If you go to that interview he had, like, obviously, I'm not saying he should have like in his reviews he can be a little cynical, a little pessimistic, and I know, like, when you're in a call with someone, in voice you tend to be like more like you want to be a little more respectful, but he was like sucking up to them so much throughout the whole thing, and it's just like. So
is Angry Joe just is he a fake, or do you think he's genuine in what he's doing? Do you think he's a fake suck up?
I think he's fake. Okay. I mean, I enjoy his content, but I lost. I don't know if I
know enough about Joe. Like, I'm a casual viewer, but I don't think I know enough to say for sure. But my impression is that he's genuinely real. He's just he's kind of like JonTron. He's terrible at making an argument.
Yeah. Right. Well, and that's the thing for me, and I'm back now. That was loud as fuck, Panda. Holy shit. It's like you're snorting cocaine off your Okay.
Oh, that was
anyway,
perfect.
The thing is, whenever it comes to Angry Joe, I respect him for his thing, but I can't trust his reviews of any EA products right now. I can't. He's showing too much of a bias and too much of
and I was telling Helljumper, I was like, the thing about biases is that there's no such thing as no bias, but you can have less of a bias to the point where you can have your bias is still there.
His argument.
Right,
you can be close to neutral. But the problem is that he's been so engraved into this argument. Either one, he's going to basically destroy Battlefield 5 because he doesn't want the hate, or B, he's going to suck their fucking dick. Like, either way, he's going to get hate, saying, "Oh, you're just a fence rider. Oh, because you kept going back and forth. Oh no, you're just a EA shill because you fucking sucked their dick and you gave them a good review." I don't like. Here's the thing: we don't know anything about the game right now. We don't know if it's gonna be good or bad. All we know is that they're pushing a political agenda and we don't like it, or they're doing a forced agenda agenda.
We're not saying it's
and we don't like it
because of it, but it's there. And like,
I've seen people like Late Night Gaming and other people cover the game, and it looks awesome and it looks fun, but I don't like paying to have an agenda shoved down my throat. So I think I'm gonna pass on Call of Duty
I don't like supporting that, because if I were to buy the game, I'd feel like I'm also like supporting just some stupid political agenda that's being shoved down our throats.
Right.
When like all we want is to play Battlefield. We don't want right.
And
you can. I have a couple of friends, and nothing against them. I mean, I'm not about to shit on someone just for their political views, but like, fucking, he personally sees nothing wrong with that trailer, and like, just I'm like, bruh, like, how can you, like, okay, that video, the entire point of it, like, all you see throughout the video is just like, or the trailer is like, oh, females in World War II, they're so fucking badass. Oh, you see, women can be badass too. Historical accuracy.
Yeah, let me say this real quick. The thing is that and my friend Johnny brought up this argument today in my comment section. From a casual gamer's perspective, they aren't gonna give a shit. If they don't care about, drama, they don't care about politics, they don't care about that stuff, they're not gonna give a shit if they're being pushed an agenda because they don't see it. They don't see it like we do. We don't. That's the problem, is that they don't see it like we do, and that's fine. If they don't care about it, that's fine. I have no problem with that.
Exactly.
But if you are educated and you know what to look for, then there's no reason why you shouldn't say, yeah, that seems a little bit of an agenda pusher. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So.
All right.
Anyways.
Well, thank you so much for adding to the podcast, Helljumper. That was one hell of a call. All right, I'm gonna kick you out.
Okay.
Take care, dude. Have a good night.
Catch you later, buddy.
Something just happened. Failure just followed me on Twitter. Yeah, dude. I don't know why, but he just did, and he only follows like 200 people.
Failure? You don't know who Failure is.
Well, Ben doesn't watch YouTube. Failure is
dude. I don't fucking care.
Failure is a dude. He's this dude with. Oh, he's in the chat right now. He and his buddy Tonka Saw do this show called the Kumite.
Well, hey, if he wants to come,
don't call me out like that. What do you mean, dude? Dude, I gotta call out when a YouTube celebrity, gives me a follow, dude.
Fuck, I would love it if Failure followed me, but
come on, now you're gonna scare him up. Oh my gosh. Welcome to the show, Failure. All right, we got any more topics to talk about tonight? We talked about Angry Joe. We talked about
Battlefield 5. We talked about.
Besides the whole like SJW thing, is it like a bad game or something? What's it looking like?
It looks like it's gonna be a good game, but for me, I don't want to pick it up because the agenda is being shoved down my throat. I'm like I said in my video today. It's not because there's women in our video games. It's because the agenda is being pushed down our throat, and we don't like the forced diversity. We don't like having basically a forced subject pushed down our throat. And that's the issue. It's not because there's women in our video games. I can name a number of great games that have women main characters. I can name a number of great shows that have women main characters. The main issue being that
if anything, gamers appreciate women in games normally because they don't get any in real life. So
I can name a number of great characters. Anya from Gears of War, great main character. You have Emily from Dishonored 2. It made sense to the lore and the canon of why she moved from this little girl who became the queen to also being the apprentice of Corvo and basically becoming an assassin. You've got Lara Croft, and I'm not talking the classic Lara Croft. I'm talking more of the new Lara Croft, which honestly I really like. I like the newer games; they are fun, and I like her as a character a lot more than the original. There's a ton of great examples of it. The main thing is that whenever we can tell there's an agenda being pushed, whenever you're basing your game off of something that really happened, and you're saying you want the most realistic, you want the most authentic experience, then guess what? We're not going to want to do it if it is not truly what you say it's going to be. By the way, Failure's in the callers.
Is he really? Well, let's take his call. Failure on. What you got, dude?
Hey guys, first time listener, first time caller.
You would probably get bombed by Tommy right now if you said that.
Yeah, dude. Someone said we actually need to put a bomb in here, and I was like, I can't rip off Tommy. Like,
dude, that's gimmick infringement. That's gimmick infringement. Come on.
Yeah, and people call me a Tommy ripoff like enough as it is.
No, people call you a Leafy ripoff. You look like fucking Leafy cosplayer.
When they first see me, they call me a Leafy ripoff. Then they watch my content, they're like, "Oh, you're ripping off Tommy." And I'm just like, "Why can't I? How about I'm ripping on myself?" But anyway, we got Failure on. What you got, bud?
Nothing. I just jumped on to talk. Who you guys ripping on? You're ripping on
Angry Joe.
Angry Joe.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm lost on this because I didn't really like look into it because I've been seeing that he's been a disappointment for a while. I still like
Right.
watching his videos.
Yeah.
What is it this time around?
So basically, what happened is, Failer, let me ask: are you familiar with the quartering, Jeremy?
Yeah.
Okay, so basically what happened is Angry Joe made a video talking about Battlefield 5 and that it was down 85% in pre-orders compared to Call of Duty. He then shows 4 examples of 4 YouTube videos he watched that were basically anti-SJW agenda videos, and one of those videos was the Quarterings video about Get Woke, Go Broke, Battlefield 5. Well, basically Jeremy responded, and the reason why Jeremy responded is because Angry Joe said that everyone who has a problem with Battlefield 5 are a bunch of MAGA, Red Hat, Donald Trump supporters, and basically said, is it really the SJW agenda that is causing these lack of pre-orders? Yeah, it kind of is the forced agenda, the forced diversity being shoved down our throat whenever they said they wanted a authentic, realistic video game that was based around a real war.
Yeah, it's not even that it was a fucking female. That's one of the things, but the fucking looking modern day mohawky type of thing,
Right?
And the fucking spatula hand. Like if it was a guy with a
Right.
spatula hand and a mohawk, I would still be like, and I get it,
And the
that
katana,
they're-
the katana on the
Yeah.
back. Like,
there are examples of like certain people that shave their heads into
Right.
hairstyles into mohawks, and people that wore like war paint in World War II and stuff. But those were rare.
Well, and Rags brought up a good, reason why this doesn't make sense, and basically brought up the fact that there were no female British soldiers in World War II on the front lines. He brought up this and went into massive detail, which I did a video earlier today about, and it makes sense. It's like, this is why we have a problem with it, because it doesn't make sense to the timeline.
Yeah. Well, they try to say like, well, there were soldiers, female soldiers in like the Norwegian or fucking Sweden, whatever. Fucking,
Yeah.
Right, and that's
And
fine.
it's like,
if you want,
the
if
fix
you
for
wanna
this
say
is
that.
so simple. Just don't make it so historically. Just say like, we're gonna make like some aspects historically accurate, but we're allowed to bend the rules a little. No, they're like, this is gonna be historically accurate. This is gonna be just like real World War II. But we're also gonna have women and people missing arms and stuff in the line. It's like, what?
Well, there's people also that are like, look, there were prosthetics. Yeah, there were prosthetics that were fitted onto people after they fucking got shot and shit. You're not out there on the fucking field like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking just run and fucking
and
slide
stab him
in
with
and-
my robo arm.
Yeah. Realistic.
What's gonna happen is you're gonna go stab somebody with your robo arm. They're gonna take it off you and beat you to death with it. That's what. and the guy from fucking Saving Private Ryan will be fucking sitting on the stairs, not fucking saving your ass. You'll get fucking stabbed with your own robo spatula.
Yeah,
Oh my
exactly.
gosh. Which would be cool, but historically accurate.
Well, and that's the funny thing. Like, if either any of you have played Battlefield 1, there were females in that game, and guess what? No one bitched about it because they came out with actual explanations of why this made sense. Why was there a black gate? Oh, because it made sense. And even Tommy C did a little bit of research, and yeah, it made sense because the soldiers that you see die in the beginning of Battlefield 1 are real soldiers that served in World War One. It made sense. It was pushing that this is authentic to what World War One is. So why would we not expect in the next game that is about World War II that we aren't going to continue being dealt like realism, authenticity? You know what I mean?
I hate it. I hate the fact that like you're trying to like fucking include everybody into a thing. Like all right, if I play a cop in a video game, I want to fucking be that fucking one cop that is a fucking specimen. Like, okay, he's fucking buff and can outrun the other cops. He's special,
Right.
I don't want a black midget meter maid to be my character that I play. I don't want to shoot people in the kneecap.
Yeah. It's like, why
Right.
can't we just make a game that's fun? Why do we have to insert our politics? Why does everyone have to like feel
Yeah.
included or something? I just want to play a video game. You know?
Right. And one of the developers came up with this excuse, and we talked about it earlier, saying he doesn't want to deal with his daughter coming up to him saying, why can't I make a character that looks like me? If your daughter is asking you that question, she's not old enough to play fucking Battlefield, because a girl that is 17 to 18 years old would probably have at least a little bit of education through middle school or high school about World War II and why there wasn't on the front line female soldiers. You know? They wouldn't be asking you that question. So using your daughter as a human shield.
Yeah, these developers, I swear, they're so desperate for a point that they'll use their own children. Great people.
Exactly.
Yeah. And it's never believable. It's never fucking believable, the fucking tweets that they put out.
Oh, yeah. It's like, well, people are voting with their money finally, and now sales are going down. Good.
I'm proud of gamers for voting with their wallet, but
their gamers have risen.
was Failure at all involved with the Mundane Matt controversy?
Yeah, dude. I don't know if you want to explain it yourself. He was like friends with Matt, and then he kept flagging the Kumite. Like,
if you don't want to talk about Failure, that's totally cool.
No. I've been open about it. It's a fucking long little history. Basically, during the whole Kilroy crowd drama, Tonka and Jeff had a big argument, public fucking fallout because Jeff came on the show and lied to Tonka. Matt took the stance of I'm backing Jeff and backing Kilroy because he was one of the guests on Kilroy, and really went aggressive at Tonka and anybody that questioned Kilroy. Like, he started just unfollowing anybody that even asked, like, hey, what's going on?
That's an extremely SJW move to make. That's funny.
Yeah. Because the Kilroy thing was a free speech conference, but meanwhile they took down guests that they had invited at first that were alt-right. They started rescinding their invitation, and slowly you started to see that there was a bias towards a certain side, and a lot of people started asking questions, and anybody that asked a question, they ended up getting unfollowed. Like, I remember a lot of people like, hey, Matt, why did you follow me? And he was just like, oh no, I'm just doing some spring cleaning.
Oh my god.
Wow.
But we made fun of him because that's what we do. Even when we were like actively, friends talking every day. Like, when he released that fucking video where he unboxed that play button and cried.
Yeah.
The first thing I did was, not publicly, privately, I made fun of him. I made fun of him for crying. And he was like, yeah.
How can you not? Like, we watched that video. We last week. We watched it. I had never seen this video before. It
was dead. It was dead and buried. The reason that it came up again was because I was talking to Tonka on air, and he was talking about, like, because the channel was like really growing. It was at like almost 20,000 subs within like a couple months, and we're like, oh, so what are you gonna do with the play button when you get the play button? And we were like, why won't you smash it and make it into a belt, a wrestling belt?
That would be awesome.
Well, my question to him was, are you gonna cry like Mundane Matt did when he unboxed his? And he was
like, we were saying that if one of us ever got to 100,000 subscribers, we have to reenact the Mundane Matt crying.
Yeah, it's only tradition, really. Like,
well, at the time, it only had like 9,000 views, and I showed it to Tonka, and we made fun of it on air, and it was pretty fucking epic. And after that, everyone was aware of that video. Like, it became a joke.
Oh, really? So initially, everyone, like, the few people who saw it, because no one watches Matt, not even his own audience, but like,
it was 2 years old. Nobody really, like, everybody was like, oh. That was
right. Yeah. It's like during that live stream with the Ralphford tour and stuff, they brought up Polly, the racist polar bear. That fucking failure.
Yeah, that's what happens with Matt's. That's what happens with Matt's videos. He'll put them out. People will be like, and then like it'll just fade.
It's so mental to me how like. I was just saying, it's like that video was like on his main channel. This wasn't some like old 4chan post or something. This is just sitting there on the Mundane Matt channel.
Oh yeah, if you go to that play button one, if you go back a couple months back, you'll see it'll just be a bunch of Kumite comments that pop.
Oh wow, Kumite.
Yeah.
But my question is, has he reached out to you privately or
I reached out to him after I got banned from his Discord.
Oh really?
Rip.
Yeah.
But he's so sorry, but he bans you from his Discord.
Well, to be fair, I jumped onto his Discord to poke some fun at him.
Oh, okay.
And, yeah, I did like a little mini raid, and I knew I was gonna get banned. And when I got banned, he DM'd me like, "Is this the real failure?" And I was like,
"Is this the Oh my gosh!
No shit, motherfucker."
He was like, "Can you DM me on Twitter?" I was like, "All right," and DM'd him, and I was like, "Are you gonna make a video? Do you want to go on stream and fucking talk this shit out and fucking?" And he's like, "No, I'm gonna just ignore it." I'm like, "Oh, well, that worked so great for you in the past."
So he wanted to talk to you just to say he was gonna ignore it. Okay.
Yeah, like that's the thing about it, and that's what we kind of question is the problem is this drama happened on YouTube, and it's a YouTube situation, and the only way he was going to, and the Quartering made this suggestion, I guarantee you a number of people have made this suggestion to him, he needs to do the apology on YouTube. And the problem is I've watched his content since the controversy because I wanted to see if there was hints of an apology in any of his videos. All he does is whenever he's talking about a story of someone committing suicide or someone being broken or upset, he basically tries to compare it to himself. He tries to compare it to himself. No, Matt, you fucked up. You can't compare it to yourself.
That is almost Stone Cold Evil right there.
I can't wait until he talks about this latest suicide YouTuber that fucking crashed his
the McSkillet guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't heard about that drama yet. What's it about?
This like 900K like CS:GO YouTuber.
The CS:GO, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, McSkillets, my boy.
You watched him?
Well,
yeah, dude. He's all about CS:GO. Freaking
he was.
and shit.
He killed himself.
Wait, he did?
he killed himself. He drove his
Ben just sitting here like, hell McLaren. Yeah, I watched that guy.
wait.
$200,000 McLaren into fucking opposite traffic and killed 2 people along with himself.
Nice. What a great fucking man.
Oh, I
dude,
like that
his
guy.
freaking account gets banned for CS:GO, gets backbanned. And then he fucking kills himself, dude.
I wonder what my favorite YouTuber is doing. Hey.
Yeah, dude, I used to watch all his videos, dude. He was a homie.
Guys, we gotta remember one of our all-time favorite YouTubers, fucking Darkside Phil's just jerking off on live stream. That's all. That's all he's doing.
I can't get over that. You're just like, hell yeah, I watched that guy.
Yeah, dude, he had some fucking good ass shit, dude. And he just fucking drove his car on the other side of traffic. Wait, where did he live, dude? I want to go visit his grave.
California or something, but it was on a highway, like it was fucking at 100 miles per hour.
Run across traffic like fucking Frogger. Oh, I gotta find the spot where he died. I gotta find it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna fucking.
What are you gonna do? Like just
fucking nut all over it, not, dude.
Oh. God.
All right.
That's fucking great.
That is RFC Live.
That's fucking great, dude. It's amazing.
You haven't talked this entire episode and already.
Yeah, and now you talk. But what are you?
Because it finally got interesting, dude.
What are you talking?
So what are you working on, Failure?
Oh, I got a show that I'm starting on Monday. Just a 1 hour little thing every day. It's gonna be an hour of failure.
Oh, nice.
I like the title.
An hour of failure.
Yeah.
Minimum 1 hour. Sometimes I might go a little bit over if it gets interesting, but yeah.
So, you're gonna be doing this in addition to the Kumite?
Yeah, it'll be like at 5 p.m. Eastern.
Oh, nice, dude. Awesome.
Yeah, I actually enjoyed listening to Tonka Saw, and I believe it was yourself and Tonka Saw talk to Tommy C on his channel, and you guys having that discussion. Like, I hadn't really followed you guys because I wasn't a fan of of certain people that were, was related to it, and I kind of stayed away from it. And then once you and Tommy and everyone kind of like settled down and everything, I said, these guys are actually really cool, and I started, watching, for when I can.
Yeah, wait, Failure, you were on Tommy's channel?
Oh, I've been on Tommy's channel before. Usually I was always like, whenever like Tommy had like a problem with Tonka
Andy
or Andy or something, I would jump on and talk to Tommy, and Tommy was like, "Yeah, I like you, Failure. You're cool. I don't know."
I must not have been
guys.
familiar with you at that time because I listened to I'm a big
He
Tommy
was on
fan.
there recently. He was on there recently. He was on there like less than a month ago.
Well, I haven't watched Tommy lately. I've been busy, but no. Look, I'm gonna say this. Like, there's one thing I can thank Mundane Matt for, which was exposing me to the world of blood sports.
Oh jeez.
I've been listening to a lot of Ralph Kumite. Yeah, you guys do some great good.
I can definitely listen to the Kumite. I really do enjoy that. As my morning listen.
Yeah, dude, the morning Kumite.
Yeah, we have some good topics this week. This week we were talking about comedians getting booed off stage. We were talking about the gay rapper Illuminati. Have you heard about that?
No.
Oh man.
Yeah, there's a secret society of gay rappers that kiss each other on the mouths and
What the fuck? What are y'all talking about? Jesus.
Is Keemstar's alter ego Sparkles the gay rapper in that?
Oh my god.
Sparkles the gay rapper, I'll stick my dick in your crapper. That whole fucking old gimmick.
That's an old school throwback right there.
Yeah, that's an old Federation of Assholes Gamers gimmick.
Jaylee, were you around that time when Keem was doing all that stuff?
Oh yeah, well at that time, me and Keem, like I was young, I was super young, I was a teenager, and I fucking hated Keem because back then when he was doing the Federation of Asshole Gamers, I was a competitive Halo player. And because of the Federation of Asshole Gamers doing the D ranking and everything else, I had people on my team quitting and team killing and I'm like, fuck you, Keemstar, fuck you, D ranker. I hope you all go to fucking hell. And I was like this dumb little teenager. And then like as time went on, I thought Keemstar was irrelevant. I really did. Like I hadn't heard about him. And then whenever I hear the controversy about Grade A Under A and Leafy backstabbing Keem, I started following Keem. I started feeling a little sympathetic towards Keem. And then he backstabs Tommy, and I lose all respect for Keem. And it's just been back and forth, and it seems like now it's starting to settle down between Tommy and Keem.
I don't know. Tommy did like a call out today on his Twitter.
Yeah, I saw. I think that was joking. I think that was like, a joking kind of like.
Yeah, I didn't watch the video. I just saw Tommy make a video on Keem on his Twitter.
It was very lighthearted in my opinion.
Okay, all right. Cause Keem and Scarce made an appearance on Keem's Twitter, and that was pretty cool.
I saw that. It was kind of cool to see those two together. But like, honestly, if Keem and him fought, I think that Scarce would just like go Super Saiyan times 10.
I mean, Scarce is like what, 20-something. Keem's like in his late 30s. So
I know, but wouldn't it be funny? The guy who gets bullied by Keem all the time and gets said,
"Oh my
god, bad person Scarce is," and Scarce just beats the living shit out of Keem. He's like, "You have your fucking G Fuel and snort it, bitch."
Oh my gosh.
Fucking Keem. I remember the first time I ever talked to him. My first channel only had like 500 subscribers.
Oh yeah.
And I was talking to Alex, and all of a sudden, like him and Keemstar just start beefing, and it fucking spills over onto my show. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh wait, I remember this old stream. It was on Tonka's channel or something.
No, it was on my channel.
It was on yours? Oh, because I remember way back in like April or something like last year, I saw this in my recommended or something, and I clicked it, and I was like 7 hours. Jeez.
Yeah, it went on for a while. They had a shitload of people. Rucka popped in there at some point. And here's the problem. Are you familiar with Rucka, Ollie?
That's the guy who's fighting Scarce, right?
Yeah, he's the one fighting Scarce, and also my friend is a big fan of his music. He loves the Sargon of Akkad song and so on. And I just recently got like familiarized with him because whenever I heard Scarce was gonna be boxing him, I'm like telling my friend, I'm like, I've got to go for Scarce. I'm sorry, I've got to go for my boy Scarce. Like he's the underdog.
Yeah, Rucka was a regular on my streams for some reason,
Nice.
even though I had like nobody watching. But so like Rucka, I always tossed him the link and he would just jump on randomly. So he jumps on and he's like, "Hey, what's up? It's a fucking meat fest in here." And he's like, "Wait a second, is that Keemstar?" What the fuck?
Yeah, how many Keem have a lot of beef?
Keem ended up having beef with Tonka the first time that they talked.
Oh my gosh.
Keemstar called Tonka a pedophile.
What?
He tends to do that. He tends to do that.
Because they were arguing about the Daddy 05 stuff and
oh jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if he was just joking, that's fine. But I mean, I'm not one to get offended over really anything. But like, when I hear like people loosely just throw around the word pedo, I don't know.
Right, like,
like I'm not gonna get offended, but just something about it just kind of bothers me a little.
I'm tired of pedos. Like honestly, I've encountered too many pedos on this thing. Like we had Ross on a show a while ago that was pretty big, and that was fucking like that just made me feel fucking sick.
Well, dude.
And then recently I found out that a guy that we used to talk to like really often, we're like, I wonder where this guy, like, I don't know about you guys how long you've been online, but every now and then you're like, I wonder whatever happened to that guy that I used to talk to. Turns out he's in jail, got arrested for distribution of child porn.
Well, and the problem is right now with YouTube and basically the drama commentary community, so on and so forth, is that they take the word pedophile and they throw it around like they do the word cuck. I don't give a fuck if you call me a cuck. Like it's you know, an insult. But pedophile is kind of an allegation, you know, title that you throw on someone who did something really fucked up, like one of the worst things you can possibly fucking do. And don't be throwing that around like unless you know that they're actually a fucking.
There's some words that like I remember during the Occupy Wall Street stuff that happened a few years back. One tactic that they would use would be if there was like a guy around, like a bunch of girls would just start calling the guy a pervert.
Oh,
and
wow.
that guy would instantly like, even like, at first he would try to defend himself, but eventually it became where a hate mob would fucking gather around and try to kick his ass just because people falsely called him a pervert.
That's disgusting. Just fight your battles like men. Why do you have to, I don't know, go to like other levels like that, you know? It's like bringing like a gun to a fist fight or something. It's just like, come on now. I don't know. But yeah, dude, I mean, you talk about like pedos and stuff. Like, didn't one almost kill the Kumite when you guys were on Warski's channel? You know, you had that Zoom guy on, and yeah.
Yeah, well, there was one that was a Warski exclusive. We never had any interaction with him, but Warski confronted a YouTuber that was an open pedophile and you know, talked about it on his YouTube channel.
What? How do you not? How do you like? How can you talk about something like that freely without getting like taken down or like investigated or something?
Eventually he did get taken down, but he would come back with other accounts and stuff. But eventually it ended with him committing suicide.
Oh fuck!
Jeez. Well, how long ago was the Warski show?
That probably happened like last year.
Oh, that wasn't that too long ago. Well, on that note, what's up, Connor?
Hey guys.
Oh my gosh, yo, what took you so long, dude? You said you'd be 15 minutes late.
Yeah, I know, I did, and then they kept me till 11:30.
What a bunch of cucks!
I said I gotta go home at 10:30, and they're like, "No, you stay till 11:30."
Oh.
I'm like, oh, whatever.
Dude, you should have told them they were like fat fucking feminists, dude, and then just leave.
Yeah,
fucking quit, dude.
Yeah,
that's a great idea. Yo,
yeah, no, I literally hopped on ASAP.
Yeah, let me introduce you to our guest right now. We're this is Failure, dude. He's he and his buddy Tonka do a popular internet podcast called The Kumite, and he decided to call in and talk about show stuff. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just talking about people killing themselves.
Just talk about pedos, you know, people killing themselves. And
Monday Mad, who's a giant.
Careful what you.
Well, I wasn't gonna say pedophile.
We were just like, yeah, we're talking about pedos and mundane Matt.
An alleged pedophile. Alleged.
He's not even alleged. You're gonna get us in trouble. You're gonna.
Oh, shut up! You're gonna get us demonetized and fucking
demonetized. That's the least of my words. He's gonna come on the stream. He's gonna flag us.
Oh,
hey guys, for first time caller, last time caller.
Yeah.
Channel shut down by mundane cuck.
You can say anyone is alleged anything because the alleged could just be
yeah,
yourself.
but there's no shut up. Just shut up.
You can say Aug.
Shut up. Just.
So it's an accusation.
I don't like.
There's
where
no
this,
proof behind it.
I don't like where this conversation's going.
Hey,
the problem is with accusations nowadays. It doesn't matter if it's an accusation. People take it as, oh, it doesn't matter if you are just accused there and there's no proof. They say you're guilty before proven innocent. That's the problem.
Yeah.
With modern day stuff nowadays, and that's why it frustrates me whenever I see certain things being thrown around about people. It's like, don't throw that around unless you know, unless you have proof.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Yeah.
I think we've covered all the show bases. I just want to say, Failure, thanks for coming on, dude. I don't know how you found this, but we appreciate you coming on.
Oh, you followed me, and I was like, yeah, let me see who followed me lately, and yeah.
No, look at that. Yeah. I saw you wrote in the chat something. I saw you actually doing a show from your closet and said I got a sub. Exactly.
Yeah, I saw it in your bio that you do a show from your closet. I was like, I wonder if he really does.
He does it from his Harry Potter under the stairs closet.
Yeah.
Yeah. For real. I
mean, it works.
Hey, it's very sound. It's very acoustically
like positioned
ready.
I gotta have the least noise possible, so it makes the most sense. So
yeah,
it's cozy in here and stuff.
Yeah, I would probably do mine from my closet, but there's too much shit in there.
Yeah.
That's most people's situation.
Yeah. Well,
all right.
Thanks for coming on, dude. I think we're going to take a little 5-minute piss break or whatever you call it, and then we're gonna come back on and just I don't know, just catch up with everyone. Appreciate you coming on, dude.
All right, later.
Have yourself
a good night, Failure.
All right. I'm gonna play the music.
Wait. Before you do that, go watch the video that I posted.
What do you mean
on stream, dude?
How
go
Mia
watch
Khalifa
it.
started her career. How about we don't? I like how you put that in promote your ads.
Dude, this is what I've been doing the entire time, dude.
Dude, jeez. All right. Let me
start the music, please, for the love of God.
Where is it? There it is. Up here.
Up in here. Here.
Frick.
Oh, what the fuck happened?
Breaking my back just to know your name. 17 tracks and I've had it with this game. I'm breaking my back just to know your name. But heaven ain't close in a place like this. Anything goes, but don't think you might miss. Let us break it down on a camel's back. bit of time. Shoot, I'm stepping in harder this year. Yeah, been repping in harder this year. Watch me as I gravitate. Ha 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 ha. No, we gon' ghost town, this Motown with your sound. You in the blink, gon' bite the dust, can't fight with us. With your sound, you kill the ink, so don't stop, get it until you chat it head and watch the way I navigate.
Vaping.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. How you guys doing?
Hi.
So I think
Howdy.
I think how the show's gonna work now is we're gonna do like the first part, like going through the topics and stuff, and then the second part just chill.
Yeah.
We went through a couple topics. We had a special guest appearance from Failure. It's a good show so far. How about you guys? What are you up to?
I'm doing good. I gotta go get some dinner soon and call it a night soon. But I'm trying to stick around as long as I can. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm not holding you.
Stick around, dude.
I mean, we got through the Muslim bomb bar of the show. If you want to dip, you're more than welcome.
I just don't want to let down the team.
Yeah. Take notes, Connor.
I'll carry your spot. Don't worry about it. You can go.
Yeah. I mean, we barely heard from you, dude. Like,
no, like
this is what you get for getting a job. When you already have one at RFC Live.
Yeah, I get paid. This pays me really well.
Yeah.
Nah, dude. If you don't pay us money, you gotta pay us fucking sucks. Dude.
Here's the funny thing. Like last week, before you got here, Connor. Last week, like how you were talking about pay. Well, fucking Panda was just trying to get like a buck.
Alyssa, for the sub on YouTube. Go ahead.
Yeah, but Panda was trying to get like a buck or maybe even a fucking penny out of Augie for a donation, and
Dude,
he's
we haven't
like,
even...
totally not. It's my money.
Okay. Here's the deal. When the show, like in a year from now, I want to have at least like 100 viewers on average in here, and by that point, we're gonna get some donations where it's worth splitting up. But do you guys really want, your $1 if lucky a week? Like, is
Fuck yeah, I want my $1, motherfucker.
Dude, after 10 days, fucking 10 days, dude, then you can buy fucking weed with it, dude.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, dude, let me just save my weed money. Like, why you guys trying to take my money?
Yeah. By the way, I got followed back by Failure. I feel popular.
Hey, what's up, dude? You seem so chill, dude. You just popped in like it's no big deal.
He's a cool dude. He is definitely a cool dude.
Yeah.
So Connor, any political shit you want to talk about?
Yeah, what's going on in the world of politics, Connor?
Honestly, I haven't been keeping up with politics that much recently.
He's a little busy.
Only like Trump tweets that like Donald's not sending out Mike Pompeo, however you say his name, because the North Korea denuclearization's not going well. So
I
yeah, he's
don't know.
tweeted.
Politics kind of aids. I think the show, like the way it's working right now, is we have like
Drama,
maybe like
drama,
one or
drama.
two particular topics, and like it can be about commentary, it can be about gaming, it can be about it can be about anything as long as it's
Pop
entertaining and
culture.
we can make jokes about it. You know, it's like have like 1, 2, maybe 3 strong topics, do our show, take the piss break, come back, and just chill for a bit. I think
Beppis
I
break.
think yeah, the Beppis break.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, I did a show on Twitch like 3 hours ago, and I had Twip, I had Turkey Tom, I had Jaden. Who else?
The only name I recognize out of that is Turkey Tom.
Yeah.
Dude, you don't know the cuckery of Twip, do you?
No. I
Ben really doesn't like Twip. Dude, I'm homies with Twip. Everyone I know hates him. Hates his guts.
He's fucking British, dude.
What did you say, Connor?
Doesn't Twip hate me?
No, he doesn't.
Dude, it's because fucking pussy slayer over here.
Even when I his ass the other day, like we were shit talking.
No, he doesn't. I think I asked him or something. I was like, "Why do you hate my co-host so much? Like, what do they do?" And he's just like, "No, I'm just messing."
Ah, okay. Yeah, I was gonna say I'll beat his ass. No.
Fucking stick your ass through the fucking monitor.
You're why?
My ass? I'll stick my ass to the monitor.
Yeah, you're gonna stick your ass through it, and then he's gonna stick his ass through it, and y'all are gonna make like fucking milkshakes, dude.
Yeah, gonna have
Together.
butt sex.
Yeah, you're gonna have butt sex.
But
Nothing's going in. It's just like it's gonna be like a lesbian like freaking grind, dude. Except there's no strap.
Ass scissoring.
Yeah, dude. Ass scissoring, dude, with all the fucking hairy fucking.
Dude, that's
asshole
so
tip.
AIDS. What are we on about? Next subject.
Well, I just lost my appetite.
Next topic. Jeez.
You consider that a topic?
Remember that
Yeah. It's
guys, Cameron or whoever said it. I think Jacob said it, and he was like, "Anytime we're talking about a topic we don't like, we just yell next for forensics."
Next. dude. Okay, so if you guys didn't know, in my speech and debate class, which I dipped, but Jerry's still trapped in there. Basically, right? Like,
Cooked.
The team captain, like the whole like speech and debate team in my school. There's like a captain who's one of the students that's selected by the students to be the captain, right? And his grand idea was to every time someone brings up a topic when they're preparing debate cases and no one likes it, then someone obnoxiously yells "next" to signify
AIDS.
the next topic. It's like, what are we, cavemen now? Ugh, bad topic. Next. It's like,
That's also just so cringe. Like,
yeah, it's like imagine. Well, it's also like such a bad move. It's like imagine I'm
This is
talking
gonna be
about
fucking
something.
Chad,
I'm
dude.
talking about
This
something,
is
and then
Chad.
Chad just constantly yelling "next."
No. This is what you need the sound effect to be whenever you want the next thing.
Holy shit, my ears. Feel the rainbow, motherfucker.
How is that Feel the Rain with fucking PlayStation, bruh?
Dude, that's what it sounded like, dude.
That was PlayStation's. Oh my
That's
God.
not, dude. I don't know what original PlayStation sounds like because I'm a fucking PC master race bitch.
You get an emulator.
Hell nah, bitch.
You don't want to play
Twisted Metal for the win.
Yeah, dude. Ben, you're not big on retro gaming, are you?
Not, dude. Dude, no.
Dude, retro gaming's fun though.
Dude,
It's because I hate all games now. Okay,
No,
you know it.
What are
Dude.
you doing right now? Let me see what you're doing right now.
I'm doing absolutely bumfuck nothing.
I thought you were
dude.
playing a game right now. I was gonna.
No, I was going to play Rust, but then Rust broke.
What do you mean?
I'm
it
thinking
broke?
about uninstalling Rust and then reinstalling it, but it's gonna take like an hour and a half. So I said, "Fuck it."
What is?
Well, I
Actually,
think-
now would have been a great time to do it actually, because we're just kind of like sitting here.
Well, no. Then the call would sound like AIDS because your internet is AIDS.
Oh yeah, because I'm on fucking Wi-Fi from the other side of like the
Get an
fucking.
ether. How hard is it to get an Ethernet cable?
Because I'd have to get like 100-foot Ethernet. I had to go through the fucking attic. I'd have to cut a fucking like little like dick hole in my fucking roof.
A glory hole.
Yeah, dude.
A glory.
Yeah, dude. And then it fucking dangled down from the top of the ceiling and looked like a fucking bordello, dude. Fuck no.
Better than the internet you have now. At least after all through that, you can actually have stable connection.
All
It's
right,
like you
boys.
want to.
Well,
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna bounce and go get some food.
Oh, really? You don't want to stay for this thrilling conversation about?
Yeah, I'm tired of hearing about shit and glory holes. That's good.
What are you talking about, dude? It's an RFC Live classic.
Yeah. If I don't want to lose my appetite, but I'll catch you boys later. Great show tonight.
All right, thanks for
classic scat
Jaylee,
porn.
I'm serious though. You really added a lot to this show, and I appreciate that.
I hope so. I hope I bring the sauce. I bring
Yeah,
the sauce.
yeah.
I'll show you the sauce.
There, boys.
All right,
Peace.
take care, dude. Yeah, dude. I don't
Time
know.
to talk about glory holes, dude.
On air.
On air, dude.
AIDS.
It's your favorite flavor, dude. Like sweet and sour mint.
Yeah, what you guys want? Flavor.
What are you on about, Connor? Your connection's
Y'all
AIDS.
Y'all ever had flavored condoms before?
No.
Nah, dude, I haven't stuck one in my fucking mouth and tasted it, dude.
Yeah.
I'll tell you when, dude.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, for real.
Dude, under like no circumstances should you ever technically need to taste it.
Yeah, for real.
Like, think about it, right? Like, wait, are we still on air, dude?
Oh, what do you think? No, we ended 10 minutes ago. All right, let's carry this out. Let's carry this out later. Are we?
Nah,
are we
no,
ready?
wait.
Are we ready?
Listen,
No.
right?
Are we ready?
Listen,
Are we ready to go on the show?
You gonna get
No.
our mouth?
Wait a second, dude. I need to finish my idea.
You need to
okay, right?
finish.
Okay, think about this, right? No matter like any circumstances, you should never be like freaking tasting it, right?
Ladies and gentlemen,
'Cause
thank you for
there's no
tuning into
reason-
RFC Live episode number 24. That was a show talking about Angry Joe, talking about Mundane Matt, failure, terminated. Yeah, I'd say it was a good show. If you guys enjoyed what you see, be sure to subscribe, like the podcast. We'll see you next Friday. Podcast is always on Fridays at 10:30 p.m. Central Time, late night radio. Yeah, we'll see you guys until then. Do you guys have anything to plug?
No.
Go follow my Pornhub account.
Okay, Jesus.
Oh my gosh. All right, Connor, you got anything to plug?
Nah, I'm good, man.
All right, I think that was a show.
I've seen some souls be friendly. I've seen some feet get loose. I've had some people in my life who know just what it do. I try to look for goodness even when I see bad. I've seen some souls be friendly. I've seen some feet get loose. I've had some people in my life who know just what it do. I try to look for goodness even when I see bad. '98 when I made my first beat tape. I was tripping, I was thinking I could be great. 4-track test cam in my briefcase. Back when I got my Jordan straight up out of East Bay. I was just 15 with some big dreams. Big shoes, big heart, no big screen. Big talls, big balls, no fig leaves. Double XL, well before I spit at 16. I was tripping, I was waiting for the right time. I was tripping, I was looking for the right place. I was tripping, I was searching for the right words. Took a wrong turn, now my head is in the right space. I was tripping, I was taking all the wrong pills. I was tripping, I was writing all the wrong wrongs. I was tripping, I was writing all the right songs. Looking for a miracle, you're fucking with the right one. I've seen some souls be friendly. I've seen some feet get loose. I've had some people in my life who know just what it do. I try to look for goodness even when I see bad. I guess it started with a big bang, like a gunshot. Then the fall came, and we all stopped. Never school for the fools when the sun dropped. We were having mad fun running from the young cops. I was on that low brow, thinking too much. Cynicism hit me early like the cold crush. Did the knowledge into college and I froze up. Realized I ain't even working on my post up. Had a good shot though, with a big chip, but my shoulders would be holding to that dope shit. I was thinking about rhymes, I was dreaming about beats. I was biding my time, I was sowing these seeds. I was too cold to know that I ain't old enough, too grown to know that I ain't growing up. Two tones was home, so just throw it up. Black Paisley is back, so just pull it up. I seen some souls be friendly, I seen some feet get loose. some people in my life who know just what it do. I try to look for goodness even when I see bad. I am that two-tone rebel, paisley stain. I got some skin so thick I was made for pain. Never change my name, just check my veins. Although Wallace brave hearts, I'm the next to reign. I mean double, powers combined when we troubled. I still lose grip and shit, I still fumble. Always get it back even when I'm off track. Cause I'm never off beat and I'm never on whack. Goddamn, how the fuck they let me get in? I just showed up with a couple records looking to spin and looking to win. My cup been filled with a gin.